Hey guys, so everybody is stuck at home for a while and kind of limited options on sourcing for items. Can't really go out to garage sales, thrift stores, none of that stuff. So I thought I'd make a quick video showing you guys some options of finding product without having to leave your house. Okay, first up, I've got highbid.com. This is an auction website. I've used this before, and it works pretty well. And it's a pretty good user interface. I like the way the functionality of it's really good. I've used it on local auctions before, but there's auctions everywhere. So you can search by your zip code. The farther out you look, the more the shipping cost is going to be. And some of these auctions are still doing local pickup. So just for now, we're going to put in a Cincinnati zip code, 250 miles away. Just do a quick search, and it's going to bring up all these different auctions. It's going to filter them automatically by ending soonest, and it looks like it's pulled up a handful that are already closed. But whenever you see the red, it means the bidding's closed, and then you see the green, it means it's still open. So small animals, we don't want small animals. All right, here's an online auction. Now, sometimes they'll put online in the title knowing that they're probably going to ship, and you always want to read the fine print of each of these, okay? So right here they say right off the bat, we can now ship nationwide and locally. Shipping fee will be $10 plus the exact shipping cost. So that $10 is going to be their handling fee. And there's just anything and everything in these auctions. It's pretty cool. And obviously you want to try to focus on smaller things, lighter weight things. You don't want to buy a bunch of heavy stuff because then you're going to lose all your profits just from the shipping fees. Another one I want to talk to you guys about is AuctionZip.com. I've used this a lot for live auctions that I've gone to over the years, but there are online auctions on here too. And once again, you can search by zip code just to kind of pull up some listings, and you can sort it however you want. Whatever's been added, how far away, ending soonest, and what in the world? Crest toothpaste. Okay, so same with these. When you open up these auction listings, you're going to want to be careful about if they will ship. Okay, so Thursday night special, the squirrel's nest. Let's see here, auction closing dates, removal. Okay, all pickup times are local. It looks like they are wanting you to remove these in person. So if you want to stay at home, don't want to risk anything going outside, then stick to ones that will ship. That's pretty cool. There's a coin auction on here too. Facebook Live broadcast. That's pretty interesting. Some people are getting creative with kind of how they're selling stuff. Online only auction of records, furniture, and more. Let's check this one out. Bunch of records actually. Okay, let's see. Online auction starts March 28th, ends April 12th. That is in 2 days, so I might have to check this one out. Looks like it's maybe 20-30 minutes away from where I'm at. Actually more like 40 minutes. That's up there a little bit, Beaver Creek. Pickup will be at distribution house. I don't think they're doing any kind of shipping on this. That's unfortunate. If an auction house is going to ship, they're probably going to list it in the details. So I don't know if I'm wanting to leave the house to pick this stuff up, but it looks like they've got some good records. Now, AuctionZip, let's see here. Sometimes the bidding is through AuctionZip, and other times it is through a different website, and they'll put the link on here. This one, yeah, they're doing it in person. Wait, no, it says online auction. This is really confusing. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to do an online auction, but they did not put the link, unless I'm just reading this wrong. But yeah, anyways, check out AuctionZip. I like it a lot. I mean, there's tons of auctions on there you can find. Another one I've never actually used is liveauctioneers.com. I've heard of it. I heard good things. I've just never bought anything from it. This one I think is a little bit more all-encompassing. I think there's a lot more stuff on here than there are the other two. So you might want to search like a lot of just to see what it pulls up. Because if you're buying stuff to flip, and you're going to have to pay shipping, you're probably going to want to buy more than just one thing. I mean, obviously you can find a gem, but more often than not, you're going to want to try to get the most bang for your buck. So see if you can find more than one of something. So here's some old Pharmaceutical trading cards. Here's some old medical tools. Got a lot of old baseball cards. And look at this. There's 618 pages of all this stuff. So we're going to look at 120 items per page and just see what else is on here. Now, same with the other sites. On this site, you want to be careful because I think there's probably some kind of buyer's premium. You definitely want to read the fine print on this stuff. Let's see, group of vintage fountains, pens. Okay, so buyer's premium, 20% up to $10,000, 15% above $10,000. So buyer's premium, if you guys don't know what that is, right now this item is at $75. So let's say hypothetically that this ended at the $75 price. Go ahead and tack on 20% onto that. So you're going to pay an extra $15, so that's going to make these $90 plus shipping on top. So shipping, payment, and auction policies. Now, this website, auctioneers across the country use this, so each person is going to be a little bit different. So viewing the policies, our preferred shippers are UPS. Payments due within 72 hours, and it's pretty rare that they're going to have a shipping price on here because more than likely they're going to combine all your stuff into one box if you're buying from the same auctioneer, and they're going to try to save you a little bit of money. So just be wary of that. All right, next up is eBay. Seems obvious, but I don't think that many people source from eBay. And once again, I think the best way to probably do this is to find a lot of something. If you're just looking for one thing, it'd be pretty rare to find it cheap enough to buy it, ship it to you, then flip it. I've never been a fan of drop shipping. I know a lot of people do it, so that's something you could try to get into too, I guess. I just pulled up a lot of hats, and I think the best way to probably go about, getting a good deal on a lot of something is, one, find something that you know a little bit about, you've sold before, so you're not going in blind to something, and probably do an auction, because I think that's probably your best chance of getting a good bargain. So we've got a lot of hats searched. There was 13,000 results. We clicked auction, only 390 results. So that definitely dwindles it down. And then you could sort by ending soonest, ending latest. And we're just going to take a quick gander here. Look at this. Okay, 24 trucker hats. So this ends in 2 hours. It's at $64. So looks like shipping is $8.40. So right there, you're at $72. You're a little under $3 a hat. That's not too bad, especially if you can find a couple cherries in here. I mean, if you find a couple cherries, then you're probably going to make your money back just by selling a couple of them. Looks like there's some decent ones in here too. I think it's an old Cincinnati Reds hat right there. Florida Marlins, Blue Jays. This is actually a pretty good lot of hats right here. I've got another thing pulled up, a lot of watches. This is another thing that I feel like would be a good thing to buy right now because they're small, easy to ship. Somebody could fill a whole flat rate box, for probably a padded flat rate actually, and ship them for about $8, and you probably get 100 watches or more. Let's go to auction and lower that down. Okay, so 1,500 results for a lot of watches. We'll go ending soonest. And, this is interesting. A lot of men's and women's digital LCD and LED watches. 29 minutes left? What in the world? Why has nobody bid on this thing? Obviously, these aren't really valuable watches, but for that price. $20 shipping. It's coming from Arizona. I wonder if it says how many are in here. I might be making a purchase while I'm making this video. It says 1440 untested. Is that a brand? They're like listing off all the brands and they say 1440 untested being sold as is. Just from that picture, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like about 20 watches, maybe 25 watches. Nothing super special. If it was cheaper shipping, I would maybe jump on these. If it was like $8 shipping, I'd probably jump on those watches. Okay, a couple more options here, and then I'll wrap this video up for you guys. Facebook Marketplace, this is an obvious one. I'll tell you guys a couple things that I search for when I'm on Facebook Marketplace is I'll just type in a lot of, just to see what's out there. And I feel like a lot more people might be more willing to ship their Facebook Marketplace listings than they normally would be. Everybody wants to stay safe. Just as little human interaction as possible. So if you open up your search to a higher distance, so like I've got 100 miles, which is pretty far. I wouldn't drive 100 miles to get something. Oh gosh, colostomy supplies. There's some weird stuff. So yeah, you can search a lot of. Another thing I like to search is collection. Type in collection. Somebody's selling a collection of stuff. Typically get a better buy of things. The Cincinnati Reds collection. That's intriguing. $20. I'm surprised nobody's jumped on that. Fiesta collection, Batman comics, CD collection, sports cards. Oh, that tank collection's cool. I've seen that before. Harley Davidson tanks. Pretty neat. All right, last but not least, the old Craigslist. I feel like Craigslist is like long forgotten now that Facebook Marketplace has taken over, but you can still find some stuff on here. I always go to for sale, and I search the typical things that I've shown you guys on Facebook Marketplace. I'll search a lot of. I'll search collection just to see what's out there, and search nearby cities too. Kind of open up your range. Unfortunately, there's not a you can't search more than one city's Craigslist at a time. So it's a little bit trickier than Facebook Marketplace. You can't just open it up to 200-mile radius. You've got to search each city's. But there could be some stuff out there, and somebody might be willing to ship. So if you guys are looking for product, just get creative, think outside the box, because I think it's going to be a little while until we can go back to thrift stores and garage sales. Guys, thank you for watching this. Stay safe, and see you next time.